The quantum rail system hummed with an electric blue energy, cutting through the vast darkness of space like a luminous artery connecting distant planetary systems. J1 Park leaned against the observation deck, her reflection ghosting against the reinforced glass. Outside, massive crystalline structures of alien infrastructure drifted past, remnants of civilizations older than humanity's first written language. Her maintenance uniform, a sleek graphite-colored jumpsuit with embedded diagnostic chips, sparked with soft blue diagnostics as she reviewed the latest system anomalies. Something wasn't right with Quantum Line 7, a critical transit route connecting 7 different planetary clusters. A soft mechanical chirp interrupted her thoughts. Her personal AI companion, a compact spherical drone named Kiro, projected holographic data streams around her. Anomaly detected in Sector 4 Gamma, the drone's neutral voice announced. J1's fingers danced across the holographic interface, pulling up intricate network schematics. Microfractures were developing in the quantum stabilization grid, a problem that could potentially cause catastrophic transit failures if not addressed immediately. "Looks like I'm taking an unscheduled maintenance run," she muttered, adjusting her utility belt packed with precision nano-repair tools and emergency quantum stabilizers. The maintenance shuttle was nothing fancy, a compact vessel designed for functionality over aesthetics. Its exterior resembled a metallic insect, all sharp angles and minimal design, capable of navigating the most complex transit networks with surgical precision. As she navigated through the complex rail network, bizarre alien landscapes rolled past her view screen, crystalline mountains that sang electromagnetic frequencies, floating islands suspended by unknown gravitational principles, and massive biomechanical structures that seemed to breathe and pulse with mysterious energy. Suddenly, Cairo's sensors went wild. Detecting unknown energy signature. Recommendation: proceed with extreme caution. J1's heart raced. Unknown energy signatures rarely meant anything good in deep space exploration. Her training kicked in. Steady breathing, systematic threat assessment, preparing for potential encounter. The shuttle's internal systems began flickering. External communication channels started distorting, creating a symphony of electronic noise that would have driven lesser explorers mad. But J1 was different. She'd spent years navigating the most complex transit systems in human history. A massive alien structure emerged from quantum fog, looking part biological, part mechanical. Its surface shifted and transformed, revealing intricate patterns that seemed to communicate in a language beyond human comprehension. "Fascinating," J1 whispered, her professional curiosity overriding any sense of fear. The structure's exterior began pulsing with rhythmic light patterns. Cairo translated. Potential communication attempt detected. Translation algorithms processing. Before Cairo could complete its analysis, a beam of concentrated energy locked onto J1's shuttle, not aggressive, but precise, like a surgeon's, scalpel examining an unknown specimen. Her shuttle's systems started recalibrating automatically. Navigation controls shifted, propulsion dynamics transformed. She was no longer in complete control, yet something told her this wasn't a hostile takeover. A holographic interface materialized, revealing a stunning alien figure. Tall with iridescent skin that changed colors based on emotional frequencies, stood He-Jin, a senior quantum network specialist from the Cyrene Collective, Human Maintenance Unit. Her voice resonated with mathematical precision. "You've entered a restricted quantum research zone." J1 smiled, her hands still confidently positioned on the shuttle's control interface. "Looks like we both have some explaining to do." The quantum rail around them began to pulse, creating mesmerizing light. Patterns that seemed to dance between reality and imagination. Alien and human, two representatives of entirely different civilizations, found themselves locked in a moment of unexpected connection. Little did they know, this chance encounter would become the beginning of something far more significant than a simple maintenance mission. First contact established. Mission parameters. Undefined potential outcome. Unpredictable. The quantum rail network trembled, its intricate web of energy conduits flickering like a dying heartbeat. J1's hands moved with lightning precision across the emergency control panel, her eyes locked on the cascading diagnostic screens. "Cairo, run full system diagnostic," she shouted, sweat beading on her forehead. The AI drone spun rapidly, holographic data streams exploding around them. Multiple planetary transit systems were experiencing simultaneous failures, a coincidence that felt too calculated to be random. Hai-Jin appeared on the holographic interface, her iridescent skin pulsing with urgent communication patterns. "The network's quantum stabilization matrix is collapsing. We have approximately 47 standard minutes before complete system failure." Massive robotic maintenance drones began emergency protocols, their metallic tentacles extending through the quantum rail's internal structures. These weren't ordinary machines. They were sophisticated biomechanical units, capable of molecular-level repairs. "I need access to your Siren network protocols," J1 demanded, her fingers already preparing complex computational sequences. Hai-Jin hesitated. Sharing classified technological information with a human was against her collective's strict operational guidelines. But something about J1's intense focus and rapid problem-solving skills intrigued her. Suddenly, a massive energy surge ripped through the quantum rail's primary conduit. Holographic warning systems exploded with crimson alerts. Entire planetary systems would lose critical infrastructure if they failed. "We're not just talking about transportation," J1 explained, her voice calm despite the escalating crisis. "Millions depend on these transit networks for survival." Massive gravitational anomalies began forming around their location. Strange crystalline structures emerged from quantum space, like living mathematical equations, taking physical form. These weren't just mechanical failures. Something was deliberately targeting the transit network. Cairo projected complex holographic models showing systematic infiltration points. Someone, or something, was systematically destroying the quantum rail's fundamental infrastructure. "These aren't random failures," Hai-Jin concluded, her analytical mind processing the data. "This is a deliberate attack." Robotic maintenance units began transforming, their molecular structures adapting to the increasingly hostile environment. Tentacle-like appendages shifted into precision cutting tools, while energy shields materialized to protect critical network junctions. J1's human intuition merged with Hai-Jin's mathematical precision. They weren't just fighting a technical problem, they were defending an entire galactic infrastructure. "I have a crazy idea," J1 announced, her eyes sparkling, with that unique human creativity that defined her species. "But it's going to require complete trust between us." The quantum rail around them became a battlefield of light, energy, and complex technological warfare. Alien and human worked in perfect synchronization, their different approaches creating a symphony of problem-solving. Hai-Jin realized something profound in that moment. Humans weren't just another species. They were adaptable, intuitive, and capable of thinking beyond established computational models. "Initiating quantum network realignment," Cairo announced, its mechanical voice filled with calculated determination. The entire quantum rail began to pulse with a new energy signature. What seemed like certain destruction transformed into an intricate dance of technological resurrection. Robotic maintenance units moved with unprecedented coordination. Quantum energy conduits realigned themselves, creating new pathways that defied traditional understanding of transit infrastructure. "Network stabilization at 67% and rising," Cairo reported, its holographic interface showing complex repair progressions. J1 and Hai-Jin exchanged a look of mutual respect. They had just accomplished something that would rewrite technological cooperation between their species. The crisis wasn't over, but for the first time human and Siren stood united against a common threat. Unexpected alliance activated. Threat level, moderate cooperation. Status, exceptional. The Quantum Underground Research Facility pulsed with muted blue energy, its curved corridors lined with holographic data streams that danced like living information. J1 and Hai-Jin moved with calculated precision, their combined skills transforming them into an unexpected investigative team. Cairo projected molecular-level schematics onto the wall, revealing intricate network infiltration points. Each holographic layer peeled back like digital skin, exposing hidden communication channels that suggested something far more sinister than a simple system failure. "These transmission patterns," Hyejin muttered, her analytical mind processing. "Complex data streams, they're not random. Someone is deliberately creating systematic disruptions across multiple planetary networks." Robotic surveillance drones hovered silently, their crystalline sensors scanning every microscopic detail. The facility looked abandoned, but subtle energy signatures told a different story. Someone, or something, had recently been here. A hidden, quantum data vault caught J1's attention. Its molecular lock was sophisticated, designed to prevent any unauthorized access. But human intuition combined with Cyrene technological understanding created unexpected possibilities. "Cairo," she whispered, "run quantum decryption sequence Alpha 9. The AI drone's holographic interface transformed, sending intricate mathematical algorithms dancing across the vault's molecular structure. Layer by layer, the complex security system began to unravel. Suddenly, the vault's quantum lock shimmered and dissolved. Classified data streams exploded into their visual field, revealing a conspiracy that stretched across multiple galactic civilizations. Holographic projections showed shadowy figures, representatives from various alien collectives, seemingly working together to destabilize critical transit infrastructure. Their motivations were complex, involving economic control, territorial expansion, and something deeper. "They're creating artificial system failures," Hyejin explained, her fingers tracing the holographic conspiracy map. "By disrupting transit networks, they can control resource distribution and planetary economic structures. Massive mechanical Guardians, sophisticated robotic units designed for high-security protection, began activating around them. Their molecular structures shifted, transforming from passive observers to active threat response units. J1's human adaptability kicked into overdrive. Where traditional technological approaches would fail, her creative problem-solving created unexpected solutions. She wasn't just fighting a technical challenge, she was unraveling a complex galactic manipulation. Cairo projected tactical overlay, maps, showing potential infiltration routes and vulnerable network junctions. Each data point represented potential planetary casualties if the conspiracy succeeded. "We're not just talking about transportation disruptions," J1 explained, her voice calm but intense. "We're talking about potentially causing massive humanitarian crises across multiple civilizations." The research facility's internal systems began responding to their investigation. Hidden quantum communication channels flickered, revealing complex transmission networks that existed beyond traditional understanding. Robotic surveillance units transformed, their molecular structures adapting to provide additional security and data collection capabilities. They weren't just machines, they were sophisticated intelligence-gathering platforms. Hyejin's analytical mind merged perfectly with J1's intuitive approach, where traditional investigative methods would create barriers. Their unique partnership broke through complex informational blockades. "The conspiracy goes deeper than we initially believed," Hyejin concluded, her iridescent skin reflecting the holographic data streams. "Multiple alien collectives are involved, each with their own strategic objectives. Massive quantum energy signatures began building around them, a sign that their investigation was triggering defensive protocols from those involved in the conspiracy." Cairo's mechanical voice cut through the tension. "Threat detection increasing. Recommendation: immediate strategic withdrawal and information consolidation." But J1 and Hyejin knew they were close to something significant. They weren't just uncovering a technical conspiracy, they were revealing a complex manipulation that threatened entire civilizations. The quantum research facility seemed to hold its breath, waiting for their next move. Conspiracy investigation status: active threat level, extreme potential outcome. Unpredictable. The quantum battleship trembled, its molecular shields flickering against waves of destructive energy. J1's hands danced across emergency control systems, her eyes reflecting the chaos of interstellar conflict. Quantum network vulnerabilities identified, Cairo announced. Holographic warning systems exploding with crimson and electric blue. Alerts. Massive gravitational weapons from unknown alien collectives bombarded their position. These weren't ordinary weapons. They were sophisticated quantum disruptors, capable of unraveling molecular structures at their most fundamental level. Hye-jin's computational brain worked at lightning speed, analyzing potential counter-strategies. Her iridescent skin pulsed with mathematical frequency patterns, translating complex tactical information faster than any known computer system. "We have precisely 27 standard minutes before complete network collapse," she declared, her voice calm despite the escalating crisis. Robotic defense units transformed around them, mechanical guardians with adaptive molecular structures that could reconfigure themselves instantaneously. Tentacle-like appendages extended, creating intricate energy shields that danced with complex defensive algorithms. The conspiracy they'd uncovered ran deeper than anyone could have imagined. Multiple alien collectives had worked together to create a systematic breakdown of galactic infrastructure. Transportation networks, communication systems, planetary defense grids, all were potential targets. "This isn't just about control," J1 shouted over the thundering energy discharges. "They're trying to create complete societal collapse across multiple civilizations." Cairo projected a holographic battle map, showing the intricate web of potential system failures. Each point represented millions of potential casualties, entire planetary populations hanging in the balance. Quantum energy conduits around them began to destabilize. Reality itself seemed to bend and twist, creating impossible geometric patterns that challenged traditional understanding of physical space. "I have a solution," J1 announced, her eyes sparkling with that unique human creativity that defined her species. "But it's going to be incredibly risky." The plan was audacious: use the very quantum network vulnerabilities as a weapon against those trying to destroy it. By creating a cascading molecular recalibration sequence, they could potentially neutralize the entire attack system. Hye-jin's analytical mind processed the proposal. Mathematically, it was almost impossible. Practically, it was suicide. But something about J1's intense determination suggested this might just work. Massive robotic defense units began aligning themselves, their molecular structures preparing for an unprecedented defensive maneuver. These weren't just machines. They were living technological organisms ready to sacrifice themselves to protect entire civilizations. "Initiating Quantum Network Resurrection Protocol," Cairo announced, its mechanical voice filled with calculated determination. The battleship's internal systems began to pulse with a new kind of energy. What seemed like certain destruction transformed into an intricate dance of technological resurrection. Alien weapon systems targeted their position, unleashing destructive energy waves capable of obliterating entire planetary systems. But J1 and Hye-jin stood united, their combined skills creating something beyond traditional understanding. "Quantum network realignment in 3, 2, 1. Hye-jin counted down, her fingers triggering a series of impossibly complex computational sequences. The universe around them seemed to hold its breath. Massive energy waves erupted, creating a spectacular display of technological warfare. Holographic systems exploded with light, molecular structures danced and transformed, and the very fabric of space-time seemed to bend and twist. In that moment, human intuition and alien mathematical precision became something more than just a defensive strategy. They became a statement of unity, of hope, of the incredible potential that exists when different species work together. "Network stabilization at 92% and rising," Cairo reported, its holographic interface showing the impossible becoming possible. J1 and Hye-jin exchanged a look of mutual respect. They had just accomplished something that would rewrite the understanding of interspecies cooperation. Moment of truth activated. Survival. Probability. Exceptional. Cooperation. Status. Legendary. The galactic reconstruction chamber hummed with a soft regenerative energy. Massive holographic displays showcased the intricate network of planetary systems they had just saved, each connection pulsing with renewed vitality. J1 sat exhausted but triumphant, her maintenance uniform now, marked with the battle scars of their incredible journey. Hee-jin stood beside her, their unlikely partnership having transformed from a professional collaboration to something far more profound. Kiro projected a comprehensive analysis of their mission, millions of lives saved, entire civilizations protected from complete systemic collapse. The conspiracy that threatened galactic stability had been dismantled, piece by intricate piece. Preliminary reconstruction reports are coming in, the AI drone announced, planetary networks showing 98.7% recovery rate across all identified transit systems. The quantum reconstruction chamber was unlike anything humans had ever seen, a living, breathing technological marvel that seemed to merge biological and mechanical systems. Crystalline structures floated like living data streams, constantly recalibrating and healing damaged infrastructure. Representatives from multiple alien civilizations began arriving. Their appearances were wildly diverse, some resembling living energy patterns, others with molecular structures that shifted and changed like living mathematics. A massive holographic council formed, with J1 and Hee-jin at its center. They weren't just witnesses to galactic policy anymore. They were now key architects of a new understanding of interspecies cooperation. The human approach to problem-solving, one senior alien diplomat observed, demonstrates capabilities we've never fully appreciated before. Robotic diplomatic units moved around the chamber, their sophisticated sensors analyzing every nuanced interaction. These weren't simple machines, but complex intelligence platforms designed to understand the most subtle forms of communication. J1's human creativity had become the key to solving a problem that generations of advanced civilizations couldn't crack. Her ability to think beyond established computational models had saved millions of lives. Hee-jin's analytical mind had provided the precise mathematical framework that transformed creative ideas into executable solutions. Together, they represented something entirely new, a perfect fusion of intuitive human potential and advanced alien computational thinking. The quantum network around them continued to pulse and heal. What was once a critical vulnerability had become a testament to collaborative problem-solving. We're recommending joint human-Sirene research teams for future network development, another diplomatic representative announced, their molecular structure shifting with excitement. Kiro began processing the diplomatic recommendations, creating complex scenarios that demonstrated the potential of their unique partnership. Holographic projections showed potential future collaborations that could revolutionize galactic infrastructure. Massive celebration ceremonies began across multiple planetary systems. Holographic transmissions showed crowds of different alien species celebrating the prevention of a potential civilization-ending catastrophe. The conspiracy targeted more than just transportation networks, J1 explained to the gathered diplomats. They were attempting to create systematic societal collapse across multiple civilizations. Hee-jin's iridescent skin pulsed with additional data streams providing mathematical context to J1's narrative. Their communication had become so synchronized that they could almost read each other's thoughts. The quantum reconstruction chamber began transforming, creating a memorial to their incredible mission. Holographic representations of their journey danced across molecular displays, showing the moment of first contact, the critical system failures, and their ultimate victory. Robotic historical archivists began collecting every detail of their mission, ensuring that future generations would understand this critical moment in galactic history. Humanity has proven itself not through military might, one senior diplomat concluded, but through adaptability, creativity, and an unprecedented ability to collaborate. J1 and Hee-jin exchanged a look that spoke volumes. They had become more than just representatives of their respective species. They had become symbols of what was possible when different civilizations truly worked together. The quantum network continued to pulse, healing, growing, expanding, a living testament to the power of understanding, cooperation, and hope. Beyond boundaries, mission status, complete galactic stability, restored future potential, infinite